Hey, noble ones, welcome back to Metatron's Academy. Today we are trying to learn which language is the fastest. Now, of course, we can't really... It's a deep topic. Let's see what we've got. And when I say that, I mean that on the channel World Friends, they did ask this question. Which language is the fastest language? 2 question marks. Polyglots, I hate that word, react to the fastest languages in the world. Okay, let's give it a try. Let's see what these polyglots think. Polyglots.
Shooting words.
That is a machine gun.
The exact same thing that you just said.
Oh, this is like Turkish dance. Everybody does speak at the same time. I only have 2 ears. I cannot listen to 5 people at the same time.
Hello. I think there definitely is.
Yeah, there are speed differences that can be quantified. Of course, it's a case-by-case situation, though. You can have someone who belongs to... Let's say that someone speaks natively a language that normally is considered to be with a higher upbeat and a higher number of syllables per second count. But then again, maybe that person tends to speak a little slower. It is a case-by-case. So these are averages. Let's keep this in mind. These are averages.
I think it depends on the language. It also depends on the speaker.
There you go.
I agree. There are languages that are so fast. I used to have a Spanish speaker in my class, and she sounded like she was rapping, like all the time.
Maybe she
I
was.
agree. I think Spanish is a very,
Maybe she was rapping. How do you know? Maybe that's what she did.
very fast language. But then it also depends on country to country.
Yeah.
I agree with you both. Like there's like languages that may sound fast, but maybe in their own language it's actually not that fast, you know what I mean?
Right.
There's
It's true, it's an objective data, they can be quantified, but at the same time, sometimes if we are not proficient in that language, then it might sound faster than it is simply because we're not used to it. Even our own languages, when we speak, perhaps we are speaking fast if someone else listens to us and they don't speak whatever language you're speaking. So yeah, there is a subjective aspect to this, and there is an objective element to it.
so many like Spanish speaking countries, around 15 to 20, and all so many different accents that
Yeah.
I think Dominican Republic is the fastest
Ah.
Oh,
when it
yeah.
comes to Spanish, yeah.
Wow.
That's where my classmate was from.
Oh, the rapper.
There we go.
Theory proved. Yeah, it depends also not only different cultures, like different countries itself, but also different regions within
Yep.
a country.
Yep.
You would
Yeah.
have people with very different accents.
Absolutely. I have relatives in Turkey, and my relatives that live on the countryside, they speak so fast you cannot understand anything. But my relatives who live in the big city, they speak slower.
This is so interesting because I would say that like in America, it's probably the other way around. The fastest speakers that I have come across during my time here, because of course I live in the US, are in New York. Everyone was like so in a rush because big city, business, don't have time to talk to anyone. And they were speaking extremely fast up there. Big city in that case. Instead, in the countryside, in the rural areas, I noticed that people tend to speak a little slower. So it's kind of the opposite.
Oh.
It's really interesting.
I was living in London and we order food from Tesco, like the
Tesco mentioned. I remember Tesco. When I was a teenager, I used to go to Tesco a lot because you could buy Tesco value very cheap.
grocery delivery, right? And this man comes on my door, I'm like, hello, and he speaks so fast, I could tell that he was like from Northern England. I couldn't understand anything. I was very embarrassed and I was like, yeah. Smiling and going,
Yeah, okay.
thank you.
Do you think any other language is quick?
Well, I feel like French can be really fast sometimes. I
You want to see if they're going to say Italian?
speak very slowly, but among the languages that I speak is just so fast-paced, and all the French people I've met, they're also really fast speakers.
Maybe Italian.
Boom, that's it. Thank you. We'll up vote to the Spanish lady. Up vote.
I would say Italian.
Thank
yeah.
you.
It's quite similar to Spanish,
Yeah.
but they speak very fast.
Yeah.
Very, very fast. It's crazy.
It's
What about
crazy.
other
Like a Ferrari, Lamborghini. We're just born to be fast.
It sounds fast.
Maybe that's because we don't understand it.
That's also, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah,
if
that's
we
what I
don't
mean.
understand the language, it just sounds like high speed.
Right, right.
Tagalog? like there's so many like consonants like mix, it may sound like it's very fast, same as like Indonesian maybe.
Yeah. Oh, I know Polish. I feel like when my friend Anya, who's on the channel a lot, when she speaks, oh my goodness, every time I'm like, why are you speaking so fast?
It sounds
Maybe she's
like,
in a rush.
Sweet Russian, I would say.
Sweet Russian.
Sweet Russian.
I would say it's a quick Russian. Like it's
Quick
very
but sweet.
Yeah.
Straight up sweet
Yeah.
Russian.
担任我们的大使，但是同时也维持我
Mandarin
们身心灵的健康。
Mandarin Chinese is the most spoken language in the world,
Hey, it's Ollie.
with over 8 billion speakers. And when you first listen, it
真的吗？
might seem quite slow, but don't be fooled. It's like cramming a novel into a postcard.
我知道，我知道，这些夏天就像青春一样。What?
And it's all about how much information is in one single syllable or one single sound.
我们上面呢，我们只要轻轻的这样蹭两下，它马上就可以干干净净，不要用指甲去抠了。还有最后。
Okay, but I do want to give context. Like, she's a corporate woman and she's been given an allotted space of time, and that's why she's like the regular people. Yeah, they do speak fast in Mandarin, but I mean, this is particular. This is not normal.
我们在家里做菜，很多人喜欢教面。
对，非常好，谢谢你。
Then Mandarin's a great example. See, Mandarin averages 5.18 syllables per second, which is on the slow side, believe it or not, but it crams a ton of meaning into each syllable. Check this out. See what I mean? Just one syllable, one sound.
口 Yeah. 吃觉 Very
Really
nice.
packs a punch, because also you've got tones, and
Yep.
Mandarin's tones where
亲情请敬
the sound goes up or down or stays the same, it instantly changes the meaning. So
Right.
I would agree with the video because that it's extremely fast. I'm sure there are
I actually would have loved it if she said, "What is Ollie on about? It's nonsense."
very fast Mandarin speakers, but it's more the tones that make the language hard because
Yeah.
they have, even with just one syllable, like a whole word with a lot of meaning in it.
Right.
And then you also have the variation in tones, like 5 different tones in Mandarin, right? Just getting the tone wrong, you might say a completely different word, right?
Yep.
The different dialects in China, because Mandarin is one thing. We also have Cantonese.
Cantonese,
right?
yeah.
And that has 7 tones, or
Yeah.
sometimes 9 tones, so it's like, it's
It
crazy.
depends how you count it, yep.
What I think is really interesting is how much information they can put into just one syllable. Because
Yeah.
I've learned kanji like because I speak Japanese, and
She actually pronounced it well when she said kanji. That's good pitch. Good pitch accent. Subarashi.
it's not everything the same. I know there are some differences, but even in Japanese, from my experience, like there's so much meaning that's just in one
Yeah.
syllable.
I think in Chinese even more so, because Chinese only has normally 1 or 2 syllables. That's how long it gets. There are very, very rare exceptions, but most of the times is one word is 1 syllable or one word is 2 syllables, and that's it. That's not the case in Japanese. Just to give you one example, samurai, that's 4 syllables already grouped into one kanji.
So it must be even more difficult even when you speak Mandarin with all the different levels as you mentioned.
There we go, I told you guys.
You did get it right.
Quý vị và các bạn, Nam Bộ đang trải qua một đợt ngập lụt chưa từng có trong lịch sử.
Rồi, Sa xin chào cô chú đi Sa. Xin chào cô chú, xin chào các bạn, xin chào. Sa hát ôm cái này nè.
there's this really fascinating theory that our brains perceive a difference between machine gun rhythmed language and
Yeah.
Morse code rhythmed language. Yeah, that's actually what they called it. And Vietnamese definitely falls into the machine gun category. It's fast and relentless, especially with
What does English fall into? Morse code? I mean, particularly if you're one of those that uses a glottal stop all the time. You're all right, mate. Take a little bit of water. Oh,
it's 6 tones.
Ma,
uh,
ma,
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 ma.
ma. Oh, the last 2 sounded exactly the same.
Exactly.
5.28.
Because they have very
Oh,
short
that was
sounds,
good.
right? They're kind of like, I feel like they're very cut up. Like the words are very quick and cut up, so it kind of feels like it's very quick when they're speaking.
The machine gun
Yeah.
comparison was just hilarious.
Yeah.
That like they used to say that about Spanish. Sometimes when I speak, I feel like I'm like I'm.
Me too.
True to words.
Me too.
Right.
I feel attacked.
Okay, I gotta find the part where they watch Italian. I want to see that. Is this guy Italian? No, this guy's Spanish, maybe. Italian, let's go.
They got problems. Brazilian Portuguese is the best.
That's such a Brazilian statement. They're so proud of their Portuguese.
We are proud. See Italian.
There we go.
I told you, girls.
Yeah.
È la bambina che è capace di interrompere quello che sta facendo perché le viene in mente qualcosa che deve assolutamente fare.
Italian sounds like lots of short bursts of words, and if you listen to native Italians speaking on the radio or a podcast, well, I won't blame you at all for wondering what this one insanely long word is that they're saying. But I promise you they're actually saying lots of different words, they really are.
Di guardare un film in italiano non lo capiremo, sarà sempre così.
Well, actually, in this case, she wasn't speaking that fast.
What she said. So how fast is it?
What
We're
she
talking
said.
6.99 syllables per second. That's basically 7. But you should hear the southern dialects. Wow. Some Italians have been recorded speaking naturally at 9 syllables per second.
I'm not surprised.
Especially like if you listen to them like fight, like or be in a discussion,
Yeah.
in a heated discussion.
Yeah.
Woo,
That's even
yeah.
worse.
What do you mean worse? It's even better.
They just go on. It's like a bullet train just going. Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
We call it freccia rossa.
I used to have Italian neighbors. It was a family, 2 sons, mom and dad. They were arguing all the time, or maybe they were just talking, but it sounded like arguing, and they were just like really fast speaking. And I think they're also so expressive with the way they speak, so it makes it sound even more like out there.
Yeah, that's true.
But I love that though. It's so fun to listen to.
I don't know, maybe you're just being polite if they were annoying as a neighbor family.
Portuguese and Spanish are the closest one to like Italian, so we can understand each other.
Cool. So speaking
little
Portuguese
bit.
is like having a cheat code to all languages.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, you know what? Since they're talking about Italian, let me see if I can do a better job at representing fast Italian. Let me open Wikipedia. I'm going to read something. All right, let's go. L'impero romano. In questa voce si tratta il periodo che va dalla sua fondazione, generalmente indicata con il 27 a.C., primo anno del Principato di Augusto, dal 395, quando dopo la morte di Teodosio I l'impero fu suddiviso dal punto di vista amministrativo, ma non politico, in una pars occidentalis e pars orientalis. L'impero romano d'Occidente si fa terminare per convenzione nel 476, anno di cui Odoacre depone l'ultimo imperatore, Romolo Augusto, mentre l'impero romano d'Oriente, indicato talvolta come l'impero bizantino nella sua fase medievale, si protrasse fino alla conquista di Costantinopoli da parte degli ottomani nel 1453. Nella sua massima espansione l'impero si stendeva in tutto o in parte sui territori degli odierni stati di Portogallo, Spagna, Andorra, Francia, Monaco, Belgio, Paesi Bassi, regioni meridionali, Regno Unito, Inghilterra, Galles, parte della Scozia, Lussemburgo, Germania, regioni meridionali occidentali, Svizzera, Austria. Ok, that's a bunch of nations. Nel 117 sotto Traiano ricopriva un'area di 5 milioni di chilometri quadrati, conteggiando anche gli stati vassalli e i regni clienti. L'esatta misura della superficie governata da questo potente impero in realtà non è certa a causa della mancanza di dati precisi di dispute territoriali e della presenza di stati clienti il cui rapporto nei confronti di Roma non è stato sempre chiaro. Boom! How many syllables is that, you muppet? Mamma mia. Glory to Rome. Alright, anyways. Link in the description to the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching. Here is a like. And thank you for joining Metatron Academy. Click the link in the description. Bye.